Welcome, welcome, welcome everybody. My name is Tamara and this is Crime with Boom Wine. Why crime with wine, you may ask? Well, I love a good crime story and I love a good glass of wine. So I thought, why not combine the two things together and bring it to you? Hopefully you like it, you share, and you subscribe to my channel, because I'll be bringing you both solved and unsolved crimes that took place right here within the Caribbean region. Grab you a glass of wine and let's get into this first crime story that took place in the beautiful Caribbean island of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So let's go, grab your wine and let's get into it. Now this is Mickesha. She was a beautiful girl. She had 3 beautiful, wonderful daughters, and Mickesha was all about her children. She was fun-loving and jovial and high-spirited, and everybody just loved Mickesha. On the 7th of March 2020, Mickesha took her daughter along with a family friend to the capital city of Kingston so that she can make preparations for her daughter's 10th birthday, which they were going to celebrate in a few days. So she came back home from town around 4:30 in the afternoon, and she put her bags inside and she was talking to her older sister who lived in the same house as her. They were talking about the preparations for the celebrations, what they were going to cook, the menu, the venue, invitations, and everything about the party that was gonna happen, along with some other friends that were there, of course, and they were all chatting about it. She told a friend to accompany her down to her mother-in-law's house so that she could get her 1-year-old daughter. And so they did. This is where it gets interesting. I'm going to introduce you to him. That's Vandal King. And this is Mickesha's boyfriend. They've been together for the past 5 years. They have a child together. Vandal was known to be very quiet and shy. He was more of an introvert. He didn't say a lot. He just came off cool, calm, and collected all the time. But you know what they say though? You know what they say. Them say, never judge a book by the cover. So before we get more into Vandal, let's talk about how Mickesha got home from town, right? It's typical that in the Caribbean region, if you don't live on the main road, some buses don't go into the gap where your house is. So you most likely will have to walk if you don't own a vehicle of your own. Along came a ride. The ride stopped. Again, typical Caribbean people behavior. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing okay. You go in this direction, I'm going this way. Do you need a ride? So she took the ride from the pastor. Not an issue. Well, so we would think. But for Vandal, he was at work working the 1 p.m. to the 10 p.m. shift at the Argyle International Airport as an aviation security guard. And he got a phone call. Hello? Oh yeah, Vandal. You know your girlfriend Mickesha, she just got dropped off in a car with a man. And you could guess what Vandal did? Well, let me tell you what he did not do. He did not call Mickesha on the phone and ask her and find out, well, Mickesha, who did you get a ride from? I'm sure if she did explain herself, he would have realized that it wasn't an issue. He did not wait until he got home to talk to her about it either. He decided that he was gonna go home and confront Mickesha about it. So that's what he did. He left his job and he went home, and while Mickesha was walking from her mother-in-law's house with her 1-year-old daughter in her arms, she was confronted by Vandal. He started beating on her, blows across the body, punches and kicks, so while her 9-year-old daughter is witnessing all of it. This lunatic, he decided that hitting was not enough, and using his arms and his hands were not enough, and fighting her was not enough, and she's still trying to get away. So he decided he wanted weapons, and so he went into his mother's house and got knives, came back out, caught up with Mickesha, brutally stabbing her across the body, giving her a fatal stab wound right in the neck, leaving her for dead right there, still cuddling her 1-year-old daughter, his daughter. And while her 9-year-old daughter is there looking on and seeing her mother there struggling for their life. And so he left her there for dead and got arrested, charged with the murder of his girlfriend. Keisha's family, her sisters and her brother, they now said that the relationship that Mickesha was in for 5 years, it was a verbally abusive and a physically abusive relationship, and they warned her many times. She decided to stay in the relationship. Why? Well, because Vandal, for one, this lunatic, he threatened her that if she left the relationship and if she made a report or told anyone about the abuse, he would kill her. And that it didn't make any sense for her to go and make a report to any police officer, because he was an ex-police officer and he had friends who were police officers as well. Making a report would not make sense, and that they would not believe her. Now I see why they would not believe her, because even after he did what he did, everybody was shocked and nobody believed that he did it, except those who were there. I guess Mickesha also thought that it didn't make any sense because nobody would believe. The family members only knew about the abuse because they witnessed it themselves. Just look at the pictures. Just look at the pictures. You cannot look at the pictures and think he is a lunatic. It ended in a very tragic way and left her 3 daughters without a mom. It's ridiculous how the story just ended with her dead. And I personally think that it could have been prevented. If you or anybody around you that you know that they're being abused, let them seek help. And so that was the end of this case that ended very tragic. So I want you to tell me what you think in the comment section below about the case, especially when you think about the person who made the phone call to Vandal. Let me know what you think about that person. I hope to see you in the next video, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.